Okay, I can load it on the cloud. All right, awesome. Once again, I just want to welcome everybody back. Thank you so much for being here and for joining us for another year of awesome GOTeam governance team for Morris Brandon Elementary. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have a script. It is long. We have a lot to get to today, but I'm going to try and move because, well, I have football at 5 o'clock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there on time, but we're going to see. Okay? All right, everybody ready? Let's do it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Morris Brandon's GOTeam meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noticed. Agenda up there. I am pleased to call this meeting of the Morris Brandon's GOTeam to order at 3:33 p.m. I will act in the capacity of interim GOTeam chair for this meeting. Our first order of business is to appoint an interim secretary and call roll. Kim Ball has been nominated as the interim secretary by me at this very moment, and she's going to serve as the interim secretary for this meeting only. Our official secretary for the 25-26 school year will be elected during the meeting. I also think she would be a great person for that role. Kim, do you happen to have the meeting note template by any chance?
Yes.
Awesome.
I printed it out. I can't type and
Yeah, awesome.
listen at the same time.
Well, I appreciate that. If you feel like you can call roll, we can do that. Or if you would like me to call the names, I can do that as well.
Well, sorry. I'm letting Ashley Scott, sending her the link too.
Okay, cool.
I'm
And
here.
they've all been posted online as well.
Thank you. Sorry, Ashley.
Even though I'm not on GOTeam anymore.
We love you. Come back.
All right, go ahead, Kim, and let's do the roll call. And I'll say one more thing.
Is it just the roll call from the people we had before?
Just the people we had before.
Okay.
So only the ones that are on GOTeam, and GOTeam members, please respond present when your name is called.
Okay. Jay.
Present.
Ashley M.
Present.
We're just going to write. Okay, this template's not very helpful. Dr. Forehand.
Present.
Miss Moses.
Present.
Oh, geez, there's a lot of people on here. Chris.
Here.
I see you. Miss Jordan.
Present.
Is Tiffany here? Tiffany, are you unmute?
Yep,
No.
Tiffany's here. I see her.
She is. I can't see her.
She was on the call a minute ago, and I actually don't see her now. She may bounce back on, but I did see her, so you can mark her as present.
Okay. I think myself, I'm here.
Yep.
And I think that's it, right? Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
All right, awesome. It should be, okay, good. Do we have a quorum? That's my next question.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So the team can only be able to take official action if a quorum is present. That means majority vote. But we're missing 2 people already, and I don't vote, so we should have 6, I believe. And I believe that would be a quorum. So is there a quorum present? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, great. Let's keep moving.
I think
Sorry, this
Ina's
first
trying
one
to
is-
join as well, Jay, and it's saying,
Oh, wait.
giving her a message.
What about Aaron?
Oh, Ina, Aaron. Oh yeah, Aaron is on as well. Sorry, Aaron
Sorry,
is on.
Aaron.
She's our 6.
It's been
And
a day.
Tiffany
can
is
tell
the
them-
phone. She's on the phone number, so Tiffany definitely is on here. I just confirmed.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
And then the
I'll put
link
them-
is a Zoom link now. So if anybody's having issues, we replaced the Google link with the Zoom link. So that should be on. Yeah. All right, ready to keep rolling? Let's do it. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you and copies are here on the screen. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Chris Fellows. And can I get a second?
Second.
All right, Jordan is the second. Are there any amendments to the agenda? If there's anything that needs to be changed to the agenda, it's very operational today. So hopefully you can see everything on there. And there is a comprehensive long-range facility conversation just at the very end. All right. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. To the secretary can record your vote. Okay, I see Forehand, I see Fellows, and I see Mathis, and I see Jordan, and I see Moses, and I see Bourne, and then Tiffany Ingram as well. I see her hand virtually through the phone. All right. Now we're going to begin filling some seats. We're going to fill the vacant seats, the open community member seat, and open swing seat. All right. So let me just kind of keep rolling. We're going to appoint an interim. We did this. I'm a little behind my slides. We're going to approve the agenda. Here we are. We don't have any vacant seats, so we're going to go ahead and jump into filling our open community seat. We will now move to fill the open community seat. This person will serve on the GOTeam for a full 2-year term. And I am nominating Ashley Mathis to fill the community member seat. Does anyone have any comments or discussions about the nominee? I chose Ashley because she did roll off of our last one, but is eligible for renomination. And I thought she would just be a great person to bring back on, as she has seen our school come through all of last year with our budget. She's now on today to begin to start the next year. And I feel like it would be a great continuum to keep Ashley on our GOTeam. So the principal and anybody can really bring nominations for this. So I sent an email. So I just want to see for a second if anyone has any comments or discussions about the nominee. They can share it now. Otherwise, we're going to proceed to vote on this nomination. And actually, let me do this. I'm going to start back over. I'm going to start over. I want to make sure I'm clear. So I'm trying to follow these notes. The community seat is actually filled by me. The swing seat, anybody on the GOTeam can bring about. So let's do this. Gosh, is the swing seat, I need a reminder, is that going to be, I guess that's going to be Melissa, because I'm the only person that can bring Melissa to nomination, Melly. So no, let's do this. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it right because the notes are not fully clear here. I'm going to bring Ashley to nomination for the community member seat. Okay. And we'll do that. So we'll proceed to vote now on the nomination for community swing seat, community member seat. All in favor, please raise your hand for Ashley to come on back to the GOTeam, and then we'll move to the swing seat. And I'll talk more about that. So sorry about that. I see Moses. I see Jordan. Okay. I see Kim, Chris, and Michael Forehand, and I see Aaron and Tiffany virtually. So everybody's on board to having Ashley Mathis rejoin. Welcome back, Ashley. I'm so glad you're here for another 2 years. Give it up to Ashley Mathis, everyone. She's an automatic voting member now. She's on the team. Let's move to nominating our open swing seat now. Okay. This person will serve on the GOTeam for a full 2-year term. Nominations for the swing seat member may be made by any GOTeam member. So I did want to open it up to see if anybody had any swing seat members that they would like to bring to nomination. And just come off mute now if you do. Okay, great. I am going to bring one person to nomination for this seat, and that is Meli Mexico. And I'm just going to read you her bio for a second, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my work with her. Born in Argentina and living in Atlanta for the past 12 years, Melissa is the proud parent of a first and third grader at Morris Brandon. She's grateful to be a part of such a vibrant and diverse school community with a background in business development and project management. Melissa enjoys bringing people together, organizing projects, and finding creative solutions. Over the past 3 years, Melissa has actively supported key school events, including Hispanic Heritage Month, World Cultures Night, prospective parent tours, book fair, open house, and nights of the art. This involvement has allowed her to build strong connections with the Morris Brandon community. As a parent, Melissa is passionate about ensuring that all children have the resources, support, and opportunities they need to thrive. Melissa looks forward to more opportunities to contribute fresh ideas, listen to diverse perspectives, and give back to the school that is helping shape her children's future, education, and future. And I will just say from my experience with working with Melissa, who's on the call right now, we do a lot of work together offline. She was instrumental in getting our World Cultures Night lifted last year. But then most notably, I see Melissa as a great avenue and a great support for some of our Hispanic families and native Spanish speaking families as well. As I feel like that is always an area of support and need that we have. So we're going to proceed to vote on the nomination for open swing seat. And for Melissa Mexico, did I say that right? Is the J like a silent J? Melissa Mexico for the swing seat member. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. Okay, and I see Moses, I see Ashley Mathis, I see Jordan, I have Aaron Bourne, and I see Chris Fellows, Michael Forehand, Kim is taking notes, and then Tiffany online also raised her hand. All right, awesome. Any abstentions, please say or raise your hand. Anybody opposed, please say nay or raise your hand. Right. Kim, we look good. We'll now proceed to vote on the nominations for swing seat as I call the nominees' name. Please, I think we did that already. That's great. You guys are ahead of the game. Okay, and there's a time. All right, looks like Melissa has won the vote. Let's give it up for Melissa, who is now a 2-year GOTeam member and will join our GOTeam immediately. So welcome. So glad you're here, Melissa. Let's keep rolling. Okay, we're going to approve the previous minutes. We'll review the approval of the previous minutes from our last meeting. The minutes have been emailed out to you all. Are there any corrections? I don't think so. This was back in April, by the way. So if I click on this link, I could probably pull it up for you if you want to just kind of, I feel like I need to just show the minutes at least if we're going to vote on them. Okay, this was back April 17th. Here's where our meetings, and we just kind of talked about the end of year, MAP, spring growth, principals report on Gallup surveys, and then pretty much everything else. So nothing major there. Can you back to see my screen again on GOTeam screen? All right, awesome. So GOTeam will offer any amendments and corrections. GOTeam will then vote to approve the meeting's minutes. So if there's no further corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, that was Ashley Mathis. Thank you. And a second.
I'll second.
Thank you. That was Moses. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. I see Moses, Ashley Fellows, Melissa, Van, Kim, Aaron, Michael, and Tiffany. Any abstentions? Please say nay or raise your hand if opposed. And any abstentions, please say abstain or raise your hand. Okay. We have approved the approval of the previous minutes. Let's keep rolling. Okay, time for the fun stuff. The election of the officers. Officers are you all, our GOTeam members. We will now move to electing GOTeam officers and representatives. Before we will begin the nominations, I'd like to remind the GOTeam of the following. Nominations do not have to be seconded. A member may nominate themselves. A member may nominate more than one person for the position. That's when it gets fun. A member may decline nomination during the nomination process. A member may decline a nomination during the nomination process. Members may not serve more than 2 consecutive terms or 2 years in the same officer position at the same school. So we may have to think about that if Kim has been the secretary for 2 years. Have you, Kim? I don't think so. I think it was 1 year. Because you're my secretary of vote, by the way. If we say nominees do not have to leave the room during the nomination period or when a vote is taken, if there is more than one nominee per elected official, each nominee will be offered an opportunity to share why they should be elected to the seat. The newly elected officers will assume their position starting at the conclusion of the meeting and serve until June 30th. All voting members have only 1 vote per seat. First, we're going to elect the GOTeam chair. As a reminder, go ahead.
Jay,
Yeah.
sorry. No, this is my 4th year.
Okay, so we probably need a new
I'm
secretary.
just looking at my files.
Yeah, we probably need a new secretary. But you could be GOTeam chair, Kim. Not going to put that out. I'm just going to say.
No, I'm sure you had someone else in mind.
All right, first we're going to elect the GOTeam's chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the chair include but are not limited to leading the GOTeam minutes, working with the principal and the GOTeam to develop the team meeting agendas, ensuring every GOTeam member has an opportunity to be heard, monitoring team compliance. I will now open the floor to receive chair nominations. And I'm just going to go ahead and preface it with this. Not a big deal. All you do is kick off the meetings really and just take, you approve the previous minutes in the agenda, and then you take roll and then you hand it over to the principal. That's pretty much it. I will say about 10 days away from a GOTeam member, you send me the agenda template and say, what should we put on here? And I'll tell you a few things. And then you send that template to Lindsay Lander, who will then post it on our website. That's pretty much it. So it's not like you're leading every meeting, whole meeting, budget discussions. I honestly will lead 90% of all meetings, except for just the beginning. So I just want to put that out there. All right. Let's open the floor to nominations. Awesome. I'm going to nominate Kim Ball as the chair because I can, and I'm part of the GOTeam. I just don't vote. That's my nomination. So does anybody else want to challenge my nomination or second it? You don't have to second these nominations.
This
Does
will
anybody
be
else
my
wanna
last
nominate?
year, Jay. My
I know.
last year.
And we elect officers every year, so that's okay. And I could, last year, you're the most veteran person on this team, so I'll leave it at that. But does anybody else want to nominate anyone else for the GOTeam chair? Going once, going twice. Would any of the nominees like to decline the nomination? I don't hear anything. I put her on mute. Okay. If there are no further nominations, I will close the floor. We will begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the chair seat. The nominations for chair seat are Kim Ball. At this time, I will offer each chair nominee an opportunity to explain why they are the best candidate for this position. Kim, I've given you 20 minutes. Go ahead and go. Tell us why you are the best person for this chair. Other GOTeam members may ask the nominees questions if you want, but you don't have to necessarily tell us that since you're the only person.
Okay. I can answer anyone's questions.
Anybody have any questions for Kim? Kim and I have been working together a long time at Brandon. Since I first got here, we went to kiss the llama together back in 2018. Do you remember that? It's a long time ago.
That was during COVID, I think. Yeah.
It may have been during COVID. All right, so let's do this. Please raise your hand to vote for your choice for chair of our GOTeam. So please raise your hand if you would like Kim Ball as our GOTeam chair. I see Hannah Moses, Ashley Mathis, Melissa, Zan, Chris, Aaron, Michael, and then Tiffany online. All right. And then if there are no further nominations, close the floor, begin at this time. All right. That was the GOAT vice chair. Okay. And then congratulations, Kim. You're going to serve as our GOTeam chair for this school year. Yay. Also, actually, though, thank you very much. It's very helpful. And sometimes you just have to step up, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kim has a daughter at Sutton now, or is she North Atlanta now?
No, she's a freshman. We've moved on.
Freshman. So we've got kids in the feeder pattern, which I love as well. Okay, now we're going to elect the GOTeam's vice chair. As a reminder, the responsibilities of the vice chair include, but are not limited to, ensuring the GOTeam's parliamentary procedures, that we follow the parliamentary procedures, that we work with the principal and chair to develop the meeting minutes, acting as a chair if the chair is not present. Full transparency, I don't believe the GOTeam's vice chair really does anything. I don't think I've seen them lead a meeting, do anything, but you're there in case I need you, in case Kim gets sick and you have to jump into a meeting. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to receive vice chair nominations. Chris Fellows, I think he'd be a great nomination for vice chair. He's got children across all grade bands and schools and a wife who works in Atlanta Public Schools. Anybody else want to nominate someone? All right. Would any of the nominees like to decline? Chris is not declining.
Happy to continue to serve.
Awesome. Thank you. If there are no further nominations, I'll close the floor. We'll begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the vice chair seat. The nomination for vice chair seat is Chris Fellows. At this time, I'll offer Chris Fellows an opportunity to explain why he's the best candidate for the position, and other GOTeam members can ask questions before voting. Chris, do you have anything you want to share?
No.
All right, awesome. Even better. Please raise your hand to vote for your choice for vice chair of GOTeam. I think we're all going to vote for Chris, so please raise your hand if you would like to vote for our one nominee. I see Hannah, Melissa, Zan, Kim, Aaron, and Michael, and then Tiffany online. Any abstentions, raise your hand. All right, awesome. Thank you. Welcome, Chris. Congratulations. You'll serve as the GOTeam vice chair for the school year. Now we're going to elect the secretary. Going to be honest with you. This is a lot. This is the person who needs to be able to type 120 words per minute. That's my limit. I'm just kidding. That's what I say because I can type fast. It helps if you have some good typing skills, because basically what you do for this one is you're going to post the GOTeam documents, agenda summaries, and minutes to the website. And actually, Kim will handle getting it posted. We just have to get the documents to her right after. Taking minutes at GOTeam meetings, that's the big thing where you'll just kind of type as we talk. It helps to be able to just kind of follow it and write. You're never wrong. And then the last thing you'll do when the meeting is over is you just send me the minutes you typed up, and I can make any edits or changes or say that we need to take that out or add that in if we need to. And that's really what it is. You're just going to be kind of typing notes. So I'm going to open the floor to receive secretary nominations. Would anybody like to nominate? Wondering if I should nominate this one as well. I hate to nominate a teacher though. They have a lot going on, don't they, in these GOTeam meetings? Why don't we ask Ashley Mathis? Ashley, how's your typing? How's your secretary skills? How are you feeling? I'm just going to nominate you, and then we can work backwards through it, okay?
Think
All
I'm
right.
good with the typing.
Okay, good. Good. I know you are college ready. You are a typer. That's why I've seen it. All right, so let's do this. If there are no further nominations, I'm going to close the floor. We're going to begin the confirmation process. We have one person being considered for the secretary seat. Guys, it's fun sometimes to just nominate people. I've been there, and then it's like Brady Bunch. You're just nominating the person next to you, and then because they nominated you, you nominate them for the next one, but that's okay. All right, the nominations for secretary are Ashley Mathis. At this time, I will offer the secretary nominee an opportunity to explain why they're the best candidate for the position. Ashley, would you like to share anything?
I think I'm okay.
All right,
If you have any questions, let me know.
awesome. Well, I will tell you, shout out to all of you all for being on this call, because I've been in GOTeam meetings where the person who can't come to the first meeting turns out to be the secretary and the president. So you get nominated when you're not here as well. So I'm glad that everybody was here, and hopefully this is working out. Please raise your hand to vote for Ashley Mathis for our secretary. I see Hannah, Melissa, Zan, Kim, Chris, Aaron, and Michael. So everyone, Kim, and then Tiffany online. If we have any abstentions, raise your hand, but I don't think we do. All right. On next page. Congratulations, Ashley. You're going to serve as the GOTeam secretary for this year. Thank you. Huge help for me. I know I'm kind of joking about it, but taking accurate notes, we have to, Georgia compliance laws, we have to post them online within a business day. We want to make sure that our minutes are accurate. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be a busy year for GOTeam. So it's going to be a good one. We're going to want to take lots of careful notes when we can, okay? All right, now we're going to elect the GOTeam cluster rep. The cluster rep may also hold an office position, so it can be anybody. As a reminder, the responsibility of the cluster rep include, but are not limited to, attending the cluster advisory team meetings. Not a big deal. There's 3 of them, but they are usually at 5 o'clock or 5:30. They do them later. And what they do, they'll bring the cluster representative from each school in the North Atlanta cluster. So you'll have like one person from every school and then their principal, and we all come together, and it's led by the district, and we talk about cluster things. Then you come back to the GOTeam and you report back on the cluster advisory team meetings. That's really it. I want to encourage everybody to still understand that the positions may come with extra conversations with families or community members, or conversations at these meetings that are probably going to be a little heavier than they have been in the past. So no pressure. But the big thing is that you're just representing Brandon at our cluster advisory team meetings. There's 3 of them, fall, winter, spring, typically. So I'm going to open the floor to receive a cluster rep. In the past, I will tell you, we've had teachers on this panel. So So let me go ahead and nominate, let's see, Moses. You've been on a little longer than forehand.
I'm happy to do it.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to nominate you. I think you'd be a good person. Lena did it last time, and it's actually really helpful to have a teacher because you can report back kind of in staff meetings as well if you need to share anything. And I think with everything that we're working through right now, it'd be good to have a teacher on there. So, are there any further nominations of anybody else? Okay, we're going to begin the confirmation process. I have one person
Jay?
being yes, sorry.
I think Tiffany may also be interested.
Okay, awesome. Tiffany, did she write that in the did you write that in the chat? Let me see. No, I don't see a chat, but did she let you know? Tiffany, are you able to come off mute or no? All right, we're going to nominate Tiffany and Hannah. Okay, so we have a runoff. It's exciting. All right. We have two people that are being considered for the cluster rep. That is Tiffany Ingram and Hannah Moses. The nominations for cluster rep are both of them. At this time, I will offer each cluster rep nominee an opportunity to explain why they're the best candidate for the position. Let's start with Ms. Moses, if you would like to just share anything.
Sorry,
Go
I
ahead.
hate to.
Go ahead,
Tiffany
Ashley.
has said she's declining, so I think Miss
Okay.
Moses,
She did decline.
I think there's a delay on
That's
her
okay.
phone, but we're good.
Awesome. No worries. So Hannah is a great choice. She'll be our only rep. I will also say this. If Tiffany wants to jump on or anybody else wants to get on the cluster advisory team meetings, you can get on. Nobody's going to kick you off. Nobody's going to tell you no. Only GOTeam members should get on. So we're not going to open the link up to like just our whole community. But I will tell you that anybody on our GOTeam can go. But Hannah will be the one that's engaging in like the breakout rooms and just reporting back and those types of things. All right, so please raise your hand to vote for Hannah Moses for the cluster representative for our GOTeam. I have Ashley, Melissa, Zan, Kim, Chris, Aaron, and Michael. And I guess Tiffany declined, so she's going to vote for Hannah as well. So that was awesome. Any abstentions? I don't think so. Congratulations, Miss Moses. You will serve as the GOTeam cluster rep for this school year. Thank you so much. All right. I'm a little behind on these, so we're just going to catch them up. Sorry. It's hard for me to like lead the script and go through the PowerPoint. So I apologize for that. But here's some of the responsibilities and qualifications. All right, let's talk about public comment. We will now move to our next item of business, reviewing and updating and confirming our GOTeam's public comment protocol. Public comment opportunities are available for GOTeams to hear from interested members of the community from section 3.4 of the GOTeam handbook. And I just have to read this to you. Opportunities for public comment shall be provided at least 4 times in a school year and noted on the GOTeam's webpage in meeting minutes. GOTeam members will not provide responses or engage in direct conversation during public comment. Each GOTeam will determine a consistent method for receiving public comment and for parents and other citizens to sign up to address the team. At least 20 minutes of time will be allotted for the public to make comments at meetings where public comment is permitted, and the public will receive at least 2 business days notice of the public comment protocol. Just a couple things for you to understand from our public, protocol. We have a sign up that we will put out in the bites, the B-mail. It'll also, a link will also be on the meeting agenda or the template of the notice, so parents can go to that if they want to sign up. But I will never turn a parent away. So if we are on a GOTeam, we will also drop the sign up in the chat so parents can sign up if they want to. And then worst case scenario, we filled in it for them if a parent wants to come off mute. The big thing is that they just know when a meeting is public comment. All right, I have to read this, I'm sorry. The GOTeam is not required to schedule public comment at every meeting. Public comment should be scheduled for major action items, items that need a GOTeam vote that will require public input or need public buy-in. Consider the schedule of the school community for those meetings that do allow public comment in order to give your community a chance to participate. Set a specific time for your public comment period. For example, you could allot a 20-minute segment on the agenda for public comment and allow each member of the public to have 2 minutes. That's typically what we do, and we do it at the end. At the next public comment period, the chair should close public comment and move on to the next agenda item. Post a clear process for how individuals sign up or indicate they wish to speak. GOTeam members should not respond to public comment, period. The public comment period is designed to gain input from the public, not for immediate responses from the GOTeam. The GOTeam should listen attentively to all comments and make this summation of comments into consideration when making decisions. And then I often follow up with parents and just kind of give them my ear as well and allow them to speak to me after GOTeam. Remind the public that a scheduled public comment period on the agenda is not the only means for providing input. The GOTeam should encourage the public to contact them via their APS email addresses. Emails sent to GOTeam members about school concerns are also considered public comment. Keep that in mind because GOTeam members often will get emails from people. Just so you know, in the past, it's been, we've had that. If there are urgent matters that need the GOTeam's attention, the school can organize information sessions or the GOTeam can schedule a separate public comment meeting to gather information. All right. Please take a moment to review our current public comment protocols. All right, here. And any recommendations for updates or changes. I do like this. I think these are great for public comment protocols. If there's anything else we want to add in, we can totally do that. The protocols, I'm sorry, they were on the page before and I read them. Not required. A GOTeam is not required to schedule. Public comment should be scheduled for major. Consider the schedule of the school community, set specific times, and then public comment protocol tips are here. I also want to show you that I set my sign up here just so you can see this, and we'll link this document so people can see the dates for public comments and are able to sign up if they would like to speak. All right, so we're not on that one just yet. Okay, public protocol, let's do it. Let's see. Are there any updates or recommendations that we want to our protocol? And the protocol will be 4 meetings of public comment. We'll often add in a 5th, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Public comment protocol will be at the end of the meeting. Public comment protocol will be shared via the agenda notice and the meeting minutes at the end. And then we will also share that in the B-mail so parents know to sign up using the sign up public comment sign up here. And then I will also often allow parents to come off mute if they did not sign up and they do want to speak because not everybody understands the comment. And it shouldn't be that often. So does anybody have anything they want to share with our protocol or something that we want to add in? 2 minutes, by the way, 2 minutes per person. All right, so let's do this. May I have a motion to adopt this public comment protocol? One person to
I'll motion.
motion. So Kim is motioning, thank you. And Melissa is seconding that. Thank you so much. All in favor, please say aye or raise your hand. Looks like Moses, Melissa, Zan, Kim, Chris, Aaron, Forehand, and Ashley. Thank you. Any abstentions? And that's our public comment protocol. Awesome. Let's set the meeting calendar. Adhering to the agenda, we'll now discuss our meeting calendar for this school year. As a reminder, our GOTeam is required to have at least 6 business meetings this year. 4 of them need to be public comment. Meetings cannot be held during the instructional day. Meetings must be live streamed and recorded. And meetings locations for hybrid meetings must be places which can accommodate the public. And we will do an in-person meeting this year, typically around that budget time. And I'll update the location as we get a little closer. I've done GOTeam meetings where we sit here for an hour and try and figure out the meeting dates. So I just pulled the dates we had from last year. I adjusted them to make sure they're about the 3rd Thursday of the month. These are the dates that I came up with. We only need to have 6. As you can see, I have 3, 6, 9 because budget season, I typically add in another one and then I just do 1 a month. So if we need to adjust them or delete one or not have one at the end of the year, we can always do that. But these are the dates that I have. If you have to miss, that is fine. Remember, we just have to have a quorum. We cannot have more than like 4 people miss at once. But this is the calendar that I have. So
do we need to
yes.
make any of this hybrid, or will that just be that one before budget that you add? Or do we
Yeah,
just
it's a
leave
good
them all
question.
virtual?
That February 12th one will be most likely in person. I put virtual on there and I'll change that. And that's not going to be public comment. So we don't need to take comment in there, but we'll need to meet in the IB room so we can do our budget planning on that one. That's the only one. Outside of that, they'll all be virtual. Thank you for that question. All right, so we need to determine which meeting we'll allocate for public comment. I did that. And that's going to be September, November, January, and February. We have 4 of them already on there. Now that we have determined our calendar, may I have a motion to approve this calendar?
I guess my only comment before we vote is last year we did cancel that meeting. So we can always adjust that last public comment to one of the last ones.
Yeah, good call. If
We didn't need that one. So we just
Which
made
one are we talking about? The April one or no, the
No,
February?
the 26th one. We were able to,
Oh, we were able
vote
to
on a
do it without,
budget
that's right, I
before.
remember. We got it approved.
so just so
Before.
you know, we can always, we'll put it down as that day, but then as we
Yeah,
get
good call.
closer,
So if you
if we
notice, we
don't
do
have that
have back,
meeting, we'll move one of the other, the 12th or the 16th, the March or April meeting will become public comment.
perfect. So we'll meet January 2nd. That's when we'll do our budget development. Then we come together in person on the 12th. We probably do honestly in person on the 22nd. Then we have to vote for it on the 12th. I always had this other one because if we don't vote for it, we have to come back, make some adjustments, and then we have to vote for it on the 26th. So if we are not meeting on the 26th, what Kim was saying is we'll move public comment to the 12th and allow parents to provide feedback there. All right, awesome. I need someone to motion me for the calendar approval.
I'll
Can I get a
motion.
Thank you, Moses. Can I get a second?
Second.
I think I got Ashley on that one. And all in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, I've got everyone on there, including forehand. Thank you. And any abstentions, please raise your hand. Awesome. Here's our calendar. Who's taking notes? Kim, I can send you this little snippet so you can just drop it in there if you want. So you don't have to write all the dates down if you want, or you can.
I wrote it
What I
down.
will do this week or next week is I'm going to go ahead and create Zoom invites for all of these and drop them on your calendars probably in the next week or so you can have them on there. All right? So you don't have to do anything. Okay, let's adopt our norms. Oh, here's some things to consider for your calendar. I think we talked about this. All right. Now we're going to talk about our norms. We'll begin by reviewing the initial GOTeam norms. Here they are. This is a meeting of the GOTeam. Only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. We'll be fully present. We'll follow the agenda as noticed to the public and stay on task. We'll be respectful of each other's times at all times. We'll be open-minded. We will invite and welcome contributions of every member and listen to each other. We'll respect all the ideas and assume good intentions, and we'll approach differences of opinion with curiosity. And I like that one because every now and again we're going to disagree, but we disagree in a way that allows us to inquire as to why the other person is taking that stance. So does anyone have any changes to this nomination? Or to these norms? Anything we want to add in there? I think these are great. I like these. I think we've always had them. You guys can still see my screen? Okay. All right, awesome. May I have a motion to adopt these norms?
Motion.
All right, Aaron, I got. Thank you. Chris, second. Thank you. And all in favor, please raise your hand or say aye. All right, and anybody say nay who is not in favor, any abstentions? And it looks like we got everybody on that one, including forehand and Tiffany. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to some discussion items. First thing, engagement survey. GOTeams play a vital role in decision-making that impacts the school's direction, priorities, and overall success. Stakeholder engagement ensures that decisions we make reflect the real needs and voices of the people our schools serve. We're stronger when we bring others into the work, when we listen, learn, and co-create with families, students, staff, and community members. Today, our GOTeam will brainstorm ways to involve our key stakeholders. Little activity, we're going to do it together. Okay, I will type in here. We'll take about 5 minutes. We're going to look at 4 groups of family, students, staff, and community. Each group will ask and answer 3 questions. inform. What's a fun or expected way to keep them in the loop? 2, input. What's a meaningful way to get their ideas or feedback? 3, invite. How can we bring them into the work and not just the audience? This is a great engagement exercise. We really have, as a school, answers to all 3 of these, but I would be curious to hear what our families think. So let's get started. I'm going to type. We're going to move a little quicker. So we're going to talk about families first. What's a good way to inform our families and keep them in the loop and think outside of what we do? You can popcorn out. It's a good one. I like it. We're all thinking. We're going to leave adequate wait time. That's what teachers do. Think about a way that we can keep our families in the loop. I have some ways that we've done in the past. One is, let's think about our hard to reach families, or families that are not always engaged. It's about, we have a percentage of our school that are not always present or engaged. And I would think that a fun and unexpected way is to go to their communities. We've done that in the past, handed out flyers, rode their bus home, or gone into their community. So I'm just going to write that. Anybody else have another one?
Try delivering messages through the kids. Tell your parents one thing today.
I like that. They always ask their kids. I'm going to say another thing that we've done that I like is create one-pagers with QRs and send them home with the kids on the bus. I also ride the bus. And when I get off the bus, all the parents are there and I give them the handout. So I literally put it in their hand. It's also a great way to see who drops their kids off at the bus stop from somewhere else. But anyways, I see them all there and I can give it to them. Anything else for families? All right. What's a meaningful way to gather family input? We do a family engagement survey. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but maybe we could do a better job of getting it out there. What are some other ways that we can gather family feedback? What do you think?
Have we ever done anything? Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
No,
Go
you're
ahead,
good. Go.
Moses, and then Ashley.
I was just saying on like social media, have we ever done anything with like do your input? You know how you can do those like question boxes? Just like a, more relaxed way.
We have a great social media person on Instagram and Facebook, so maybe getting more information out via social media avenues. I like that. What were you going to say, Ashley?
I was just going to say it may not be practical with the amount of families we have, but a personal touch, like if there's families that we know we'd never hear from, like a personal outreach.
Okay, great.
But again, I understand logistically
And we
that may
do that.
be
That's
tough.
great. Maybe personal outreach is signed by GOTeam, though. Maybe a GOTeam member can reach out or share information. I think that would be powerful too. Okay. And then how can we bring them into the work and not just the audience? Last thing. And then we can do student, staff, and community at our next meeting. That's okay. I just wanted to kind of start this protocol.
Nominate them for GOTeam.
Yeah. Let's get the nominations for GOTeam. Okay, great. Anything else we can do to bring them into the work and not just the audience? It's not just GOTeam, but what else? What other committees can we try and get our families a part of? And unengaged families that are not typically your families that jump to the volunteer process. Those that may work full time too and not able to come in often. I would say PTO is a good one. I would say foundation if they're ever able to. I would say room parents are great ways to get parents involved. And anything else you can think of. What I'm going to challenge our GOTeam to do is begin to think about these same 3 things for students, staff, and family. I will email this same link out to you all to gather your feedback, and then we can finalize it at the next GOTeam meeting in September. No problem. Okay? Everybody feel okay with that?
So I don't have to include this in the meeting summary because this is
You
part of
can
the
see the
template.
meeting summary that we started the stakeholder engagement survey.
We started it. Something.
Yep. All right. I'm going to share my slideshow again. Couple things I just want to update you guys on. I only have a couple more minutes and I want to share. First of all, here's our 14-day enrollment. This is a great way to see who is in our schools. I know it is small on your screen, so I'm going to give you the big number is right here. Everybody see that? 914 students. We have to subtract 20 pre-K students because we don't get funding for them, which gives our total enrollment on the 15th day of school. I pulled this for Friday, by the way, because that's the last day for a head count. 914 minus 20 equals what? I know you guys know this, so I'll say it. 894, right? And then Chris, do you remember what our projections were for this year? Anybody remember? Anybody?
888
888.
plus
Ashley.
pre-K.
Ashley. 888 plus pre-K, but we don't get them. So 914 minus 20 is going to give us 894. We were projected at 888. I always tell you how accurate our guy is that looks at the birth rates from 5 years ago, and here we are, literally right almost where we are, but six more than we were projected, and we get $6,000 now per student over. So if we're 6 over on Friday from 888, that's going to give us about another $36,000 that we'll get for per student. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody who did the work of getting these students to come into our school, because we did a ton of outreach last year and we have 167 kindergartners. You can see them here. I just want to show that is, first of all, it's always going to be, I like to show this because it's always male, female total. Okay. If you're wondering what those are. So in kindergarten, what do we have a lot of? Males. We literally have 25 more
Males.
boys than girls in kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
That's K. Up here first, we have 13 more males than females in first. Look at second. Now we got more females, right? Look at third. Third's a great high grade level now too. The first big grade level that we have rolling up to main campus. Okay. Male female ratio for fourth. And then look at fifth. What do we have a lot of in fifth?
Females.
Females. I got 21. That's a whole class of females right there if I wanted to. Okay. You can see our percentage of students that are considered non-white. Okay. So these are all, so we're about 40% of our school is, we say non-white or excluding white and not of Hispanic origin. So that's a great number, 353 total students. You can see our percentage of Latino students, which I like. The reason being is because when we talk about milestone data and we talk about scores, you have to have at least 15 students in that subgroup. So you can see that we're going to have a subgroup for Hispanic students because we're going to have at least 15 in third, fourth, and fifth. We're not going to have a subgroup for American Indian or Alaskan Native. Where we have 15 Asians in third, fourth, and fifth, we're right about there. We've got 14. That could be a subgroup for us, and we have to pay attention to that. All right, and you can see our African American students. Well, I definitely have a subgroup. White will have one. And then let's look at our 2 or more races. Third, fourth, and fifth, we have 11, 12, 13, 13 2 or more races. So there's a possibility that this year we may or may not have a subgroup for multiracial and Asian. Okay, and we like to have those subgroups because they typically perform very well. But anything less than 15, they don't talk about because it's a violation of student rights, because you might know who those kids are because they're under that 15. Just trying to teach y'all a little something. Okay, so just wanted to talk about our enrollment. Any questions around this? How are we looking? My camera's on. Okay.
Is it
Kids
normal?
just-
I'm curious about the fourth grade year. Is that dip, or has that been a small class?
Great
for a
question.
while?
It's always been small. Does anybody know why that class is small? It's actually bigger than it's ever been. Does anybody know why that's the small
They were
class?
kindergartners in COVID.
Yep.
They were after kindergartners and COVID. So they were the ones that came in on the year after COVID when nobody really knew what was, we were back in school. But no one knew if we were going to stay in school. Nobody knew if we were wearing masks. Nobody knew what the plan was. So they really only had about 113, honestly, to start the school year. That's our smallest grade level. I always like to highlight the fifth grade because they do have 140. And that's a grade level that started on the computer. But I will just tell you, my son was in that grade level and was on the computer. And I think that's a tight knit group that really stuck together and kind of fought it out. And here we are in 5th grade with still 140 of them. So I think that's very cool. I think the next year people had some concerns around what was happening, though. I think that's why we see that dip. Great. That's a great question, Aaron. All right, let's keep rolling. Don't forget about this. This is happening. I'm supposed to talk about it. Not a big deal. It's not a huge deal at Morris Brandon. We do have a disruption-free environment now. If you have any questions, you can read this. This was always an APS rule, but they are now very much enforcing it in high schools. And you will see the yonder pouches in high school. You will see a no cell phone policy in middle school, and you will see a no cell phone smartwatch policy in elementary school. It's long-standing. It has to do now with a House bill that was passed. So you can click below if you want to see the APS regulation and the board policy on here. When this is posted, you'll be able to see that. Any questions around the APS PED policy? All right. Okay, let's talk about the comprehensive long-range facilities plan. I want to talk about a couple things. We're not going to spend a ton of time on this, number one, because I don't have any new information, but I'm going to invite our community and our GOTeam to pay careful attention to tomorrow, because the plan is going to be released tomorrow, draft 1 of the plan, approximately around 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm getting on a call with other principals at 11 to see the plan first. And we had a request to see that. And then I also want to say this, just my personal viewpoint. We are falling in line with APS's strategic plan that was voted on. APS has to find a way to be more efficient and effective. That does fall along the lines of consolidating small enrollment schools and dual campus schools. We are a dual campus school, so you will continue to see Morris Brandon on some of those slides, along with Sarah Smith and W.T. Jackson and Sutton. That's going to begin to raise a lot of questions for our community, rightfully so. We as a GOTeam need to continue to gather around the same message that we must encourage our community to provide feedback at these future meetings. Okay, and I'm going to show the next slide where you can see them right here at the community outreach meetings and also via Let's Talk. Okay, parents are happy to meet with me, but I will tell you, I'm not getting the calls because I think people understand that our focus at the school level is to support the district's vision on this move and to keep our heads down and focused on student achievement and day-to-day operations. So long story short, our staff and myself will continue to focus on what we're doing every day while our community begins to be updated and engaged in this facilities process. Kim, do you have a question?
What's the difference between these meetings and the other meetings? The
Great
ones on the
question. This is
previous slide.
in person. This looks like a virtual meeting that you can
No,
get
like
on.
you have Zoom and then at the bottom you can go down, you can
Oh, they're
go.
down there too. That's a great question. This one, so the top ones are public meetings. That looks like they're going through the framework. They're making it virtual, so nobody has to go anywhere. The bottom, you can actually go to CLL downtown. They're all
Right.
going to be the same type of meetings, though. They really are. They're just trying to have different avenues for them. And this one
I
are
know,
going to be
I'm
more cluster
I
specific.
guess my point was because Thursday, August 28th, there's open house.
Yes, I have a great update for that.
Oh,
Take a
you
look right
changed it?
here. All right. I want to say this. APS is being so responsive to our needs. I'm giving a shout out. I know I had text messaging calls this morning about when they released the Sutton date that it did coincide with the exact same time as our 3 through 5 back to school night. At the time, we didn't know the location of that night. So I just assumed that it would be at CLL or somewhere else. And then when they announced Sutton, it does directly impact our community. Number one, I want everybody to know that it doesn't matter if it's at Sutton, Gene Childs Young Middle School, Crawford Long, or the Hub. It's all the same information. However, for our community and seeing Sutton, they're going to want to be there, and they're not going to want to necessarily go down to Gene Childs Middle School on Wednesday the 30th. So within 30 minutes, y'all, I did have the deputy superintendent come to Morris Brandon, check in, come to my office and say, Jay, we heard your community. We want to give you another meeting, and we're going to let you know when that is and what that is. So they are listening. So I just want everybody to know that a new meeting is going to be scheduled in the North Atlanta cluster in early September or at some point in September, and we'll get that out. And I promise you, we will not like schedule anything on that night. And then the one that's at Sutton, it still starts at 6, Our back to school night is a 5 to 6:30. So parents still can technically leave if they want to and get to Sutton pretty conveniently.
So
Okay.
they're doing 2 meetings for our cluster
They're going to do, yes, in our cluster.
in our cluster, not 4,
Yes,
sorry, in our
yes.
cluster.
In our cluster, they're going to do one more meeting,
I
primarily
hope
because,
they talk to North Atlanta about their open house date.
yeah, great
September
question.
11th.
I'm going to tell you that they need North Atlanta parents to speak out about that. Okay.
Well,
They
September
just need to.
11th.
Okay, awesome.
If you know
I
that
can always
date.
speak to Morris Brandon. I'll always look out for our community. North Atlanta, I'll put a bug in their ear as well. But they are open and they will have another meeting and it will be, somewhere very close by. So if you have to miss it, don't worry. Okay.
I'll talk to Dr. Mitchell. Thank you.
I want to
We'll
remind
get this
everybody.
out. Like, will the September date like be announced through like our social media,
All
through
of
the
that.
PTO, et cetera? Okay.
I'll be honest, I already know the date, I already know the location. I'm gonna wait for them to finalize it. We will get it out. We're gonna get it out to everybody. I told them I want to get it out by next Monday or Tuesday before, so people know they're gonna have another opportunity to be at a meeting. I've told PTO, I've told Ina Brooks, who is now the NAPS rep, and she's putting it on NAPS, and NAPS is gonna be handling a lot of this communication. So they are all aware we're having another meeting scheduled. Last thing, GOTeam, just make sure that we're all on the same page, that our viewpoint around facilities planning is that we value community feedback. We encourage all members to engage in these community meetings and that they put their thoughts and feedback into Let's Talk and make sure that everybody sees the plan that will be released tomorrow, the initial plan. And I will always say this, read it, sleep on it, give it the weekend, come back the following week with their feedback. So they have some time to process it and everything. And that's going to be our feedback. And I will continue to have NAPS be the driving force because they are the North Atlanta Parents for Public Schools. And that's going to be the main driving factor in making these decisions and having a common voice. Okay. All right. Thank you. Announcements. For new GOTeam members, this is great. So for Aaron and who else is new? Like, yes, and Melissa, and then Jordan and Moses, if you wanted to, if you missed this last year, I don't know, but I just want to share this. It's a great session to learn about GOTeam, how to do strategic planning, especially for this year. If anybody on GOTeam can go, it's probably a good year to go as we begin to probably hear a little bit about the comprehensive facilities long-range master planning too. But just putting it out there, it's September 27th. It's an all-day event. It's a Saturday, but it's a good one to go to. And they give you lunch, I think. All right.
It is the day of the fun run, just FYI.
Oh, wow.
No.
Let's get them to change
Yeah.
that.
Sorry.
That's okay. Kids.
You could
to
go
fun run.
after. I know people
Parents
went
still have to go to this. You guys
like
don't
in
come to fun run.
sections.
Send your kids to fun run. You don't have to go to fun run. You can go to the GOTeam summit. All right, GOTeam members, just remember you have to do your training as outlined in section 2.14. GOTeam members are required to complete orientation within 1 year. So contact your GOTeam office if you have any questions. I honestly don't know how you do that though. Is there if somebody wants to share that real quickly? Otherwise, you should have gotten an email about how to do your orientation. Okay. If you're new, I'm going to submit all your names after, so you'll get it. Thank you. That's it. That was a long meeting. That's all I have. If anybody wants to share anything, please do. Otherwise, hold on. We have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? I saw Chris
Motion to
Fellows.
adjourn. Oh, I'll
We'll do
second.
a second with Ashley. Thank you. All opposed to ending the meeting, please say aye or nay. I'm sorry. Any abstentions?
Nay.
All right. Meeting is adjourned, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm excited for a great year. Reach out to me if you need anything, and we'll talk soon. I'll see you guys in September.